Hey everybody, this is G Squared Show, Volume 16, and we've decided to do a little bit of a change. It's going to be more of a multimedia thing, so we're going to do this version of G Squared is going to be in Word, 2007, as opposed to on audio or video. So we hope you guys like this version of it better.
And what operating system will it be seen on?
It'll be on Vista, but it'll also be backward compatible to XP. But unfortunately, G Squared is no longer supporting any operating systems prior to XP, and we're only going to be supporting XP until July.
Right, and XP Professional we're not supporting at all.
No, unfortunately we're not. So for our listeners who have, let's say if you've got Windows 95, you're not going to be able to listen to this week's show, and I apologize for the inconvenience, but I don't know. Call Bill Gates.
So those of you who are listening to the show and have friends who have Windows 95, because obviously they can't be listening to the show, you go ahead and call them and let them know that they can't listen to the show.
That's right. And they can't edit the show either because it's read-only. So sorry about that. That's just how it goes.
And for security reasons, we also password protect.
Yeah, definitely. But we're not spell checked.
Because you should always wear protection. Or no, use protection. If you always wear protection, that's a little odd.
Yeah.
So...
waiting for our first story to come. Ah, there it is. There's our first story.
Oh, I see what you're doing now.
Yeah, this is our news story for the day. And you know, there's 1,000 of these like ha-ha funny stories about you know, some angry customer at a store that did some crazy thing. And the thing about this one is that it's exactly like all those, except it's the one that we're going to be reading today. But no, this is a Dateline, South Brunswick, New Jersey, Associated Press. Police said that an impatient customer slapped a drive-through worker at a New Jersey McDonald's because he was tired of waiting for his filet-o-fish sandwich. The man paid for the sandwich at the first window at the restaurant on Route 1 in South Brunswick on Sunday. Go ahead, Gary. You can read part 2 of the story. You pick it up.
This is riveting. Surveillance video obtained by WNBC TV in New York shows the man climbed out of the back window of the vehicle and into the pickup window. Police said the man told an employee he would be waiting for him, slapped him in the face, and walked out of the store with the sandwich.
Right, so what we got here is, I guess you'd call it being fish slapped. Basically, yeah, so this is our story of somebody slapping the McDonald's worker over the... what was it? Was it too slow or was it too cold? Whatever it was, something like that. It's too slow. That's right. And there's nothing worse than a cold, slow fish sandwich. And so I'm just going to beat up the McDonald's worker. And well, I guess slapping really isn't, in the scheme of things, as bad as like if you just beat the crap out of him or shot him over. Because a lot of people get shot over this, but getting fish slapped isn't that bad.
No, no. And as you know, we can bring this one up another time, but I myself have been a victim of, it wasn't fish slapping, it was more of a bitch slap. We'll talk about that another time.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Gary, who was a victim of workplace violence in a previous life, and where he was slapped. Not only did the person have a mullet, but his actual name was Mullet. It was Michael Mullet. And Michael, if you're out there listening to us, and you're not, because I'm sure you're doing like 5 to 10 in prison somewhere, but if you are listening, Gary forgives you for
I really do. It was a life experience. I've learned a lot from that experience, namely not to hire anyone from certain area codes.
Yeah, and really haircuts say a lot about people. Seriously, if you can read haircuts, it's a good skill to have. Isn't it? Isn't that a great skill to have?
I'm envisioning the video clip that you'll put to correspond with this. I think it'll be that, you know, that old toy they had where you took the magnetic thing, you got the bald guy, and you have the little magnetic pieces, and you take a little magnet thing and you put hair on him.
Oh, yeah.
I think that would be a good video clip to accompany this discussion of haircuts.
I wonder if we can still find those on the internet. You can.
I think so.
Yeah, you can find most anything on the internet, but I'm sure I'll